everybody watching at home. This is Plain Slip Season 2, Episode 13. You've got a Navy, we've got a demigod. This is going to be a pretty story-heavy, probably, RP, inter-party interaction episode. Little to no combat, so if you're hoping for another possibility to character death, that's probably not going to happen tonight, but you'll get your chance soon. Provided they actually make it through this particular leg of their journey and get to the Brass City. Be all the combat you can stand. But anyway, back to the point. Let's go ahead and get rid of the cheerful music, because that's completely not relevant now. Go with the Haunted Cemetery. It fits the theme nicely. Turn it down just a skosh. Alright. Oh, now it's not being picked up by the stream at all. It's a real fine balance trying to get this, back to where it's not gonna blow my eardrums out, and yet the stream can hear it too. It's a little loud. There we go. Alright.
The careful balance between death and just enough fear.
Just enough fear, yeah.
Just enough.
Alright. So, when we were here last, let me just zoom out so everybody can see it on full screen, so the map is visible in its completeness. So when we were here last, you were accosted by Zorik Bale, the captain and leader of the seditious Pride, but not before the death of the party's wizard, Oran, who was eviscerated by a Zarash, a mind-controlling bug creature. Carried through with their rage, they managed to destroy Bale before he was able to do any lasting, permanent damage to any of the party members, but it was a close-run thing. Currently, Vic is under 5% health, Faye is under 50, and Comet is right at 50%, and poor Reed has taken some serious knocks. However, you managed to free Lizeth, who has now torn the divinity cuffs free and is standing in almost the exact same place she was, quivering with rage. And this is where we start the night. How would you like to begin this?
Well, fuck. I didn't think you'd actually get him.
Wait, what?
I was muted. I'm gonna say, well, I guess I'll run over to Lizeth. I'll say, Lizeth, we should probably get the hell out of here. But first, we might need your help. One of the things on board the ship killed Oran. I assume you can do something about that, given that you work for the Raven Queen, and we also need to get our allies free as well.
The look in her eyes when you say Oran has died, it kind of forces you to trail off. There's a hardness there that you haven't seen yet, which is saying something, because Lizeth is an exceedingly hard woman. And she looks down at Nevermore in her hand, and looks back up at you. Iran's dead.
Indeed. One of those things on board the ship killed him.
She spits on the ground. Says, I swore an oath that I would never again be helpless. I swore this oath on my life. Never again. And you kind of watch her for a second. She stares at Nevermore, and it begins to shift, and it takes on a new form. It changes from a revolver into a very large and ornate battle hammer. She slams it head down into the ground, forces the ground beneath you to crack. She places both hands on the pommel of the hammer. Nevermore shall I be helpless to the tyranny and the iniquities of evil men. Nevermore shall others be subject to their depredations and destruction. Nevermore shall the blades and blows of darkness land on the souls of the innocent. And she closes her eyes. For I am the gauntleted fist about the hand of the queen. I am the holy bullet that will strike down her enemies. And I am the shield that guards the souls of the nations of mortals. Nevermore starts to glow with a light that is also somehow black. Dark smoke begins to swirl around her feet, and it stretches its fingers out through the area. Lyseth opens her eyes and looks at each and every one of you, holding your gaze. Her eyes were once the blue of a faded denim color. They are now black from edge to edge. There's no pupil, there is no iris, there is no white of her eyes. It is black, pure darkness. And your blood runs a little colder, and she speaks the final words of her paladin's oath. I am Lyseth, the Iron Rose, emissary of the Raven Queen, and I am the end! She shouts these last words and strikes the ground again, and there's a black flash, and for a moment, there is absolutely nothing in your field of vision. It feels like you've been wrapped in a heavy blanket. And then you see this before you. A cold wind sweeps over you as the field of crows first slams itself into your mind's eye and then takes shape around you. You see a blasted landscape of broken rocks, and you smell the scent of ash and a slight twinge of death on the wind. As you look down through the valley in front of you, you see the Memoriam Citadel. It's the home of the Millennium Pact, which you've only read about before. Signed in blood by the gods and the devils of this realm, and written in the pearlescent tears of the Titaness of Numenaria. A chill of mortal terror rolls up and down your spine. This is the home of the legendary dead. The Revenants, the Walkers in the Dark. This is the throne of the Raven Queen, and for a moment you stare into the darkness of her home, and you feel it staring back at you, and you know that the eyes of the Queen of the Dead are upon you. Divinity has come back to the Astral Sea, but not in the way that anyone has expected.
Oh my.
What Mm. What happened? What? He's just thoroughly confused.
Yeah. So do we see this where we are, or do we feel like we're transported there?
You feel as though that you have moved into a completely separate realm at this point.
Oh, geez. Faye is very visibly distressed by this. Like, she doesn't really know what to do. It's not familiar to her at all. And just looking at what could be death and having it look at you, it freaks her out a lot.
Looking around, like, do we see each other?
Yes, you see each other. You're standing in a flat plain, and everybody give me a perception and then an intelligence check.
Perception.
All right, we're 23, 26.
And general intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
24, all right. Comet.
Bunny.
Hello. There you go.
There
I need a
there's
perception as well. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Wow. For Comet, that was a really terrible roll. He has a
Yeah.
plus 16.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
pretty
God.
rough. All right. So,
Oh, okay. He is it.
advantage. All right. All right. So, Vic, you don't put two and two together, but as you guys look around, you see that there are plateaus of rock and a few dead trees that are kind of oddly spaced. You know, Vic, that's what you get. It's like, man, they're really spaced out. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But Faye and Comet, you two put it together that these rock formations and these trees, this is a mirror image of where you were standing in the astral sea. It's like you stepped into a copy, but it's been made with different materials, like it's been overlaid on top of this realm. Looking back in the direction in which you had exited the station, you see a sheer rock face with a small opening.
Did this land change? It doesn't feel like an illusion.
No, I
Oh.
feel like we stepped into something different. I don't like it though. We've really got to get back. We've got our friends and we've got to get back to the ship. Like, we're on a time limit, aren't we? Lyseth, do we see Lyseth anywhere?
Lyseth is standing exactly where she was before, except now, instead of her armor looking black and solid, she shines like a silver beacon, and her armor has revealed its true nature, and it ripples and runs like liquid metal across her form. And she holds up a single finger in front of her lips. Shh. Walk softly and speak softer. This is a place where you should not attract attention if your heart still beats.
Lyseth, you gotta take us back, like, right now. Like, right now. How do we get back?
We'll get there. But first, we have to retrieve Oran's soul.
How are we supposed to find a soul? How do you retrieve a soul?
She doesn't say anything. She just begins to walk towards the opening. in the rock face.
I guess I'll follow. And I assume like Tiberius and Reed are here too, or
Tiberius and Reed are there.
okay.
Reed is terrified.
Yeah, I figured. I it's gonna gently lead him forward.
Yeah.
Keep him with us.
I'm gonna draw my bow and I'm gonna follow, but I'm gonna keep to the back, and I'm like trying to keep an eye behind us to make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
Okay. So you guys begin walking towards the entrance. And Faye, give me another perception check.
Okay. A 16.
16. Okay.
What kind of terrain is this?
It, I guess, technically would count as mountainous.
Okay, that's not one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
I
But-
kind of hope it would be different.
Are you saying you don't like spooky Deathland?
Absolutely not, and mountains are even worse. I can't climb them.
Not fair.
Not like a mountain goat. All right. So with your 16, it's good enough to hear the clatter of a rock shifting a little farther away from you, and the skitter of something, but you see nothing.
I'm gonna put my hand out and just say, "Everybody, stop, freeze," and gonna listen. And who's trying to freak me out right now?
You hear the ghost of Ron whisper hammer time.
Guys, there's something here. Like, there's either something here or something's very unsteady, and I think both of those are bad news.
I mean, we're in the land of the dead. There's always going to be something.
No, I mean something that's gonna get us, Comet, like intentionally trying to get us.
I think you're being paranoid.
I don't think that I am. I mean, I know that I can be, but I don't think I'm being paranoid right now.
Guys, just keep your voice down. We should probably just follow Liza and do what she says.
You guys are having this conversation. You just hear the soft footsteps of Zlizeth continuing on. And as everybody falls silent and kind of watches her go in, you hear more movement towards the edge of the shelf that you were looking out across to see the Citadel earlier. A little bit more gravel shifting, a little bit more skittering. But nobody sees anything.
We just need to move with Liza. The dead have guided me to safety before.
Okay, all right. I guess Lizeth knows more about this place. So if there was something, she probably would have alerted us. We should probably catch up. But I'm still gonna like stay in the back and be extra cautious.
Okay. Alright, so you guys kind of move a little quicker to catch up with Lizeth, and she enters the cave, and you guys follow suit. And when you enter back in, everything looks similar but slightly wrong. A little darker, a little more foreboding.
Nope. I don't like this place.
Faye,
don't.
you need to calm down. Just trust in
It's not-
Liza.
Do
So
we see Lizeth?
Lizeth is standing there, and she's a few feet ahead of you at this point. She's about right here. About 10 feet in front of Vic, and the darkness is pushed away from her ever so slightly. But in a way, it also seems to emanate from her. It's very strange. It's very disconcerting. This is the center of her power. This is the realm from which she draws her strength. So, you're probably correct in assuming that she's who you need to stick close to. And she turns around to face you guys. And she kind of cocks her head just a little bit and asks, "Where did he fall?"
Vic kind of nervously speaks up. He's like, he's up ahead. I think, was it out of character? Was it like over here? But
Yeah, it was right in there.
okay,
Yeah, it was right after like the big egg room.
yeah. Okay, I'll say, yeah. He's he's up ahead. Keep going straight past the pit in the next room. We'll be around there.
Okay.
Vic kind of cautiously moves up to myself. He's not sure if he should get too close.
So what you notice as you get closer to her is that the ambient temperature drops. But there's no real feeling of other unease, really. It's just cold. Really, really cold. And after you answer, she turns on her heel and she begins to walk.
Okay.
And as you move through the space, you look around and everything is so eerily similar, but so very wrong with the way this seems. Like you walk up, Vic, you look into the open door of the cannon room, and all the cannons are there, arranged in line, the barrels, the cannonballs, except the cannonballs are pockmarked with age, and the cannon barrels have rusted and begun to sag, and the wood of their frames looks rotted. The barrels have split open because their bands have failed, and black powder spills out across the floor. And you smell just the scent of decay. It is as though this place has been abandoned and retaken by the earth. Comet, Faye, you just gonna hang out up there by the door, or?
Yeah, I'm chilling. No, just kidding. I'm gonna follow cautiously.
Alright. So, as you guys make
I'm
your
just
way...
suffering from bad internet.
Your what? I missed that. Did somebody fill me in there?
I missed it too.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry. I'm just suffering from bad internet.
Oh,
I see.
now.
Alright. Well, we'll try to ease up on your interaction a bit, so we don't tax you too much. So, funny thing happens. When you enter the room where the great old master was, you see the bones of its body over here where it fell. All the flesh is gone. The scattered skeletons of the hatchlings are laid out everywhere. and you see the ethereal form of Casey standing a few feet away from the brazier. But you also see something else. To the right of the hole, which has oddly been filled in with something that looks like gravel, about 10 feet, there is an armored figure standing there. The armor is coal black, and from the eye slits in the helm glow fiery red eyes, but he makes no move towards you. However, it does look to Lizeth and bow its head in deference to her. Casey's spirit seems to take no notice of you.
I'm just gonna whisper to Lizeth. What is that?
1 second.
Sure.
Okay. So you're referring to the armored figure to the south of the room, correct?
Yeah.
And so you ask this question, and Lizeth turns to you and says, "He is one of my lieutenants. He guards the realm along with others while I am away in the mortal realm. They are meant to guide the valiant souls to the Memoriam Citadel. But they must wait for my command to do so." And she turns back to him and quietly places her right hand in a fist over the left side of her breastplate and begins to move further into the room. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Sure. 20 due to reliable talent.
Okay. Hey, was that your most recent perception check there?
Yeah, a
Okay.
14.
Helmet, 1 please. Oh, Ron, you can give me a perception check as well.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
30,
Come.
nice. Alright. So, Comet is the only one that catches the echo of a skitter in the hall behind them. But again, nothing can be seen. Yeah, being dead dulls your senses. That's no lie. But Aran, you're so damn frustrated because you're stuck where you're at. These knights won't let you leave, and for some reason, your shredded up body is still where it fell before. It's like it didn't register being moved onto the ship. But you know what happened, because you saw it all take place. But it was like your friends picked up a shadow and moved it. Your body is still right in front of you. And you just can't help but be angry at your ruined robes. And it dulls your perception.
I mean,
were nice robes. I enchanted those myself. Come on.
The nice thing about it is, if you're ever able to get those robes back, they're pretty easily fixed.
Pretty easy to clean, too.
Pretty easy to clean. Alright. So, Lizeth moves down and enters the room. At this point, you don't have to make a perception check because the 3 knights that you can see in this room have snapped to attention. And everything to your sight here, you realize now, has been completely grayscale. Everything looks washed out. There's no color. Except for when you turn around and you see Lizeth and you see Vic. And you see Comet and Faye. They are all in full color, vibrant, even, against this gray backdrop. You guys, as you enter the room, you see Aran's body on the floor, and it looks very much the way it did before you moved it. But you also see him standing next to his body, and he's transparent and gray. And after a second, you guys kind of lock eyes, and
Wait, do I appear gray to myself?
yes.
This is unacceptable. This cannot stand.
Fair.
That's why he's not perceiving anything. He's too outraged over it.
Completely acceptable.
Go on.
Aran, there you are.
Come on,
Yeah.
you guys get to keep your
You
color?
were.
Come on.
Well, I mean, I think that might have something to do with the fact that you died, but hopefully we're here to do something about that. And I looked at
Very
Liza.
convenient.
Lizeth just nods, and again she salutes the knights. This time, with all 4 acknowledged, they all salute back and begin to file out of the room at some unspoken command. These 2 here, instead of going through the door, they pass straight through the wall and out of view.
Lizeth, I don't mean to offend you, but you have some of the most boring minions I've ever encountered. I tried to tell one of them a joke, and they just stared at me. Kind of creepy, on.
So, Liza, you can tell that she's smiling a little bit through her voice, but because she has her helmet on, you can't see the smile. As she goes, "They fell 2 eons ago. Age dulls the sense of humor."
Especially 2 eons without any color. That must be terrible.
You only see gray because you're still a spirit.
That is the best news I've heard in a long time.
Everybody make a perception check one more time.
The legendary dead, huh?
Damn it, I got a 14 again. At least I'm reliable.
So, I'm going to wait for Comet. Well, I'm not going to wait for Comet. Comet can... Yeah, there we go. Because he was pretty well going to get this anyway. So, a couple of things happen at this moment. You know how I said there wasn't going to be any combat?
Please tell me you didn't lie.
I lied.
Great old master.
No, it's not the great old master. I'm not that fucking cruel.
Okay.
the ghost of the great old master.
No, no,
That's what I was thinking. I mean,
Oh, God.
legendary dead, legendary action.
no, 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 no. So at this point, a couple of things happen. Comet, looking back through the room, you see Casey look around and take the fuck off to the left, running through the wall. And you think to yourself, Comet, huh, that's weird. And then you see why he's taken off. 3 creatures that look like brains mounted on top of spiders skitter into the room. It's bleh. Like, you like spiders, but this is just wrong. Ron,
Yeah, it's the brain that does it. See?
yeah, right? So, Aran, you look to the south, and stepping through the wall behind the altar are 3 faintly humanoid forms. But the way they move, you recognize them, you know, the faint outlines. There is no mistaking that these are Fae in nature. And you give me a history check.
That I can do.
All right. 28. So you actually paid attention during this particular lecture because it wasn't something that you were particularly happy about. When the Fae die, no matter what realm they're in, their souls are meant to be collected by death wisps. That's what these creatures are. They move in shadow. They're incorporeal. They're exceedingly hard to kill. But they can be fought off. The trick is fighting them off long enough to get to where you're going in the afterlife. Let me just pop these out and move them over because I was getting bored and I didn't open these ahead of time. There we are. So, at this point, Lyseth looks left to the death wisps and looks right, looks right to the death wisps and then left to the creatures descending from above. And she looks back at you guys and says, I can only help with half of this problem. The other half is up to you.
Lyseth, you can't just get us out of here?
And as she shakes her head, I need you to roll initiative.
Nat 20.
Nice.
That'd be the only good roll for the night.
Oh, don't hex yourself like that.
I hope that I'm jinxing myself and the opposite will happen. I actually never like going first in a fight.
Well, as a ranger, it kind of helps to see where everybody's going to be. It's kind of like the healer also needs to go last, you know?
Yes. And plus, if it's already taken some damage, then I can use my Colossal Slayer.
Right. So then, I really need to make a sheet for Lyseth eventually.
Oh, poor Lyseth.
I've got
That's
it all up here in my
probably-
dome, and yeah. I got it all stored in my cranium, and I get confused sometimes. All right. $16. All right. Descending. So Lyseth turns to face the Death Wisps. However, it is not her turn to act, so that's all she can do. At this point, the nearest brain spider creature sights their quarry below. And equally enough, you just don't think it should happen. The damn thing lifts itself off the ground and flies through the door straight at Comet.
Bad touch.
Perhaps sensing the divine energy emanating from him. And it is going to attack with some clauses.
Does it move past us and provoke opportunity attacks? Or?
It flies above you. So
Okay.
maybe the only one that can get an opportunity attack is Tiberius.
Yeah, he can't attack.
Right. Okay, so Comet, 27 to hit.
Yeah.
I know I said we were going to leave you alone, except we're not. So 13 slashing, half to 6, and full psychic damage at 4. So a grand total of 10 on that first hit. Second hit is going to be a 21 to hit, which is going to hit as well. 17 half to 8, and a full 7 psychic damage for a grand total of 15 on the second hit. So 6 and 15. For a whole total of 21 damage. Just occurred to me that I don't have combat music going. Let's change that. Alright. So that's going to be that critter's turn. It just flies up to you and reaches out. And how I imagine this happening is it reaches down with its front claws and hooks into the meat between your shoulders and your neck there. And just kind of takes some furrows out of that muscle right there. And it's going to go to Faye. Second person in the round.
So I'm gonna shoot it. Shoot the one that went to go get Comet.
Alright. Let's see an attack roll.
24.
24 will hit.
Okay,
10 piercing. Alright.
Then I'm gonna shoot it
But
again.
by the way, do you cast Hunter's Mark?
Yeah, I was gonna do that after because I forgot to say it beforehand.
Okay, so bonus action cast on the Hunter's Mark. Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot it again.
No, you're not. Not if you cast Hunter's Mark.
What?
Action, bonus action, right? Or do you get extra attack?
She has
No, I get
extra
2
attack.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
23.
23 will hit. And piercing. Alright. Your weapon is magical, right?
Yeah. That's supposed
Okay.
to. And you do
Yes.
get Colossus Slayer shot damage.
Yeah, you did hit it.
So that's a D6 and a D8,
Okay.
so 13. All right.
13.
All right. So your arrows sink into this thing's underbelly because you're shooting at an upward angle, and it immediately hisses deep in its throat and turns to face you. And as it does, several eyes open up on the brain structure to look at you.
Ew. I'm gonna run away.
But where though? All right. Now. All right.
Over there.
All right. So this is going to prove interesting and probably a bad move for you because you have just intersposed yourself between the death wisps and their target.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so I've got two groups of friends now.
No, you have two groups of enemies because they're after Iran.
Oh, I thought they were after each other. I totally missed
No.
it.
They want our own soul.
They both hate us.
Yeah. So this creature is going to disappear for a second and then reappear right in front of you. It's like it melted into the shadows in the floor that are so naturally occurring in this realm and popped up directly in front of you. And it's going to reach out with its ethereal claws and take a swipe at you. That's 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, I need a constitution saving throw from you. Holy shit! How much? Oh my.
Not what you want to hear from your DM.
Aw. Oh, this is all bad news.
So,
First, I assume I lost Hunter's Mark, and second, that doesn't sound good at all.
you're gonna take 46
Oh,
necrotic damage,
I think you'd have lost country regardless.
and
That's
because you failed that save, your hit point maximum is reduced by 46 as well.
Oh
Ooh.
shit. Oh shit, okay. So, I'm down, and I can only heal myself to like 50 even if I do get alive.
No, you're not down.
No, I think she's down. Well, actually, is she at full health right now, or?
Did we heal? Because if not, I only had 31 HP.
Oh,
Yeah, I think her token's just not up to date.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you're down.
Yeah,
Okay.
How much HP do I have?
So your spirit has full hit points.
Okay.
Your
cool.
physical body, however, is another story. Okay. So you're gonna start making death saves, Faye.
I'm feeling lucky tonight. I'm gonna make it.
So I didn't realize that they hit that hard when I planned this encounter out, because this was actually a planned encounter. I just wasn't going to do it and then change my mind.
What is the damage die for that?
78 plus 5.
Wow.
Necrotic. Average hit
Wow,
of
it-
36.
Yeah, it rolled pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
Ouch.
Only one die under 5. So, yeah. Alright, now we're going to go to Lay Soul Eater number 2. It's going to do the same creepy thing. It's going to pick itself up off the ground and fly straight past Lizeth. It's like they don't even see her. And come at Comet. Attack 1. 13 to hit. I think that's a no.
No.
Alright.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and a crit 1. So it actually reaches out to slash, misses you completely, and slashes at the one next to it. Yeah, like it slashes down its leg. So that's going to be 11 damage to the creature next to it. And that creature is going to turn and face the one that just attacked it and, like, screech at it angrily. You're not sure what language they have, if they have one, but you're pretty sure that the one is calling the other a fucking idiot. And now we have Comet. You've got 2 of these brain spider creatures hovering 5 feet off the floor in front of you.
Yeah. This is. I'll just kind of snap my fingers and point towards Ferilli and just like, don't do that again. Just.
Well, she's down, so I don't think she heard you.
Yeah, no. I mean, unless you're casting a heal. Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
I thought so.
I was hoping you were.
Alright, and I kind of thought that's what it was. Alright, so you're healed for 9 hit points, which means you're standing back, or well, no, you're not standing back up, but you're awake again.
There's a weird wispy thing next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about it, but now I remember it again.
Just like kind of waking up and going,
Oh,
go!
God,
Fuck!
that's
It's just Comet's words of get up, please. And you're just like, ah. And the Comet's then just gonna slash. God damn it.
Please bear with us as we have
Yeah.
technical difficulties.
I blame the fact that my computer can't handle more than one tab.
Ooh.
Anyways, yeah, actual headphone microphone that I usually typically use kind of broke. So
Seems like that's going around lately.
yeah, so I have a better microphone on right now, so my voice is more compacted, but it's not the same.
Oh, well, it
Because
sounds
my
fine.
computer's slow.
Like when we can hear it, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, commenting the primal savagery at the one that's yelling at the other one.
Okay, so the
Like-
one that attacked you to begin with.
Well, why'd you do that? That's me. Actually, healing words is a bonus action, so I'm good.
Yeah, but primal savagery is a cantrip, so yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
it is. I'm fine.
Let's see that attack.
Just me. Boop boom boom. Come on, just land the hit, Comet. Just hit him with the acid.
Nice.
Nicely done. Alright. So that's going to come out to be a grand total of 29? No, 27. Right? Yes.
Yeah, that's 60-10, and I get a 29. 27.
Nice. Minus 27. Acidic damage. Is that correct?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yup.
So,
Bad
As-
rolls, but yeah.
what are you gonna do? So, you slash down the side of its brain structure as it's yelling at the other one, and it turns around and just screeches in your face. There's some spittle that flies out from its mandibles and like lands on your face. Kind of burns a little bit. Smells awful.
Comet's face is still just, why do I have to deal with this shit?
Alright, now we're gonna go to Lizeth. Nevermore has reverted back into her revolver, and she is going to raise it at the Death Wisp standing in front of Ferilia. 1d20. She is going to score a hit.
That was 1d10.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Well, still, that's fine. This is all
Yeah, I
fine.
assume she hits. Yeah.
Yeah, like, her bonus is its armor class. So she'd
Yeah.
have to jam the gun to make it not work. And that's going to be 68 plus 10. And she's going to loose a shot. It's going to land in its shoulder. Minus 37 hit points to the Death Wisp. She's going to round on the one to the south. Let's just change that to a 20. And she's going to land a hit. 39 damage to the one in the center of the altar. They just kind of blink out of existence for a second after they're hit and come back and rather refocus on this new threat. However, this one is going to blink out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's going to shadow step here, and then it is going to hover the rest of the way over to Iran. You may have an attack of opportunity, Faye, at disadvantage since you're laying down.
I mean, I may as well try.
I believe in you.
It's gonna be real bad, though. Maybe. Like, I'm not sure.
A 20.
Oh, no. It has to be a melee attack for an
Oh.
attack of opportunity.
Straight?
Yeah.
I never remember how to do that. I'm sorry.
I think it's just a... You don't carry
Yeah,
a melee weapon, so it's just a
Basically
punch,
a
right?
Strength check with
Plus proficiency.
proficiency.
I have a
Yeah.
short sword. I forgot because
Yeah.
I never.
Oh, okay. There you go. 21 will hit it.
21.
Okay. You deal 4 piercing damage to it. High or low?
Low.
You're lucky. It deems your hit to not be a threat to it and passes you by.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Wolfman, this campaign is currently... Well, the party is level 13 currently. This is about, however, level 16 as far as challenge rating goes. They kind of stepped into it a little bit early, but it's not undoable. Also, Lizeth is a demigod. You're level 14?
Yep.
When did that happen?
I don't know when you told us we were level 14.
Yeah,
It was after the. It was during the Grandmaster, like before we fought it. We were 14.
It might have been from the thing we fought to get our shielding or whatever it was.
The Urukar?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Urukar that we fought, and we got to level 14. I remember us being level
Okay.
14 because I got my rhinos when I fell down. Like acid explosion.
Right. Okay, well, alright, there's your answer. 14. Alright, so that's gonna be that. Iran, you have a larger problem on your hands.
Yeah.
This creature is
One
going...
of the spells I'd... Oh,
Hmm?
it's going for me. Right.
Yeah, it's coming for you. 24 to hit.
Well, yeah, that hits.
By the way, yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
assume my mage armor doesn't carry over from the other world.
You can cast it.
No, I can't. Well, I guess I could cast a level 2, but no.
Like I said, you can cast it. Your
Well,
spirit has
well,
been
my turn.
unfettered It's a reaction, is it not?
No, mage armor.
No.
No, it's an
I
action.
could
Oh,
do
I'm thinking of
shield.
shield. Okay, so
Yeah.
your spirit has been unfettered by the bonds of your body. Or from the bonds of your body, rather. Your spell slots are back.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
What about his HP? Is it max?
His HP's max, yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, his spirit has been unshackled. He is empowered in this realm of the dead. However, there are some caveats, and I'll reveal those, when they become relevant, if they become relevant.
I'm sure they won't.
All right, so are you going to do anything to deflect this attack?
I don't think I can do anything. It was a 24, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do to deflect that.
All right. Your soul is going to take 36 necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Oof. Where is that? There it is. I'm gonna take my 18 plus 1, so 19, hopefully.
19 will pass. Your hit point maximum is not reduced, however, you do take full damage.
36, you said?
36 necrotic, yes. How many hit points do you actually have?
All right.
Okay.
then.
That's not terrible, but somebody's gonna have to pull him off of you pretty
Yeah.
quickly. Alright. Vickrel. A couple of things are happening. Comet's being assailed by brain spiders that fly. For fuck's sake, does this place get any weirder? And then there is a death wisp attempting to collect Oran.
Okay. Question: Is like Reed and stuff? Is our HP still what it was?
HP is still what it was.
All right. I'm gonna dismount from Reed
Okay.
and have Reed go away.
Okay.
Just dodge over there.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna try and smack these two jerks attacking Comet. So I
Alright.
guess I'll go for the more hurt one first.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Guess I'll attack with my Tri-Blade. 22.
22 hits.
Okay. Do these things bleed?
No, they don't.
That makes sense. All right. Okay. So that's 35 damage.
Okay.
Is it still alive?
1 second.
Sure.
Yes, it's still alive, though its hovering becomes erratic and it drifts from side to side.
Okay. Then I'll try and hit it again with my vibro knife.
Okay.
One second. Just checking this thing. Okay. Yep. Vibro knife. Ooh.
That's a miss. Yep. I keep waiting for the day when you roll a 1 on that bleed die and that knife explodes.
Yeah.
I've been expecting it for a long time and it's never happened and I don't know how.
This would be the worst time.
Yeah. Well, or the best time, objectively. Maybe.
Worst of times, the worst of times.
Right?
Maybe Liza would just bring you back.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe some weird shit'll happen because you're in the land of the dead.
And then Tiberius will disengage if he has to. And then
Okay. He
we'll
does.
fly over there.
All right.
I think that's all I can do.
Can you not?
Wait.
Okay, fine. Never mind. All right, Oran.
What?
Defend thyself.
Lizeth, where are we going? I don't like our odds fighting these things. Does
Well-
she get to respond at all? Or
Lizeth could, but she chooses not to as she sights down the gun barrel and spends one of her legendary actions to attack.
oh, okay.
25 to hit. Six. And she deals 35 damage to the one that just took a swipe at you, gaining its full attention. And now you may take your round.
Okay. Well, I'm going to Misty Step.
All right.
I believe that is. What is it?
Ugh. Coffee's not
30
working.
feet. I will Misty Step on over here, and then Firebolt. Which brain looks weaker?
The one to the south of Vic and to the the northwest of Comet is having trouble holding itself aloft.
I will Firebolt that one.
All right, fire away. That is a hit, and the creature shrieks and incinerates in midair, leaving nothing behind.
Why are there so many spiders today?
Is that it?
These aren't good spiders.
I remember my body went this way, so I'm gonna move this way. Hop on my broom and move this way.
So you go to hop on the broom, except you can't
Mhm.
actually handle the broom.
Oh,
Your hand passes through it.
whoops. Okay, well,
Aw.
I just go this way. I guess no more flying. Just walk like a filthy commoner.
Fuck.
Wait,
That's
is
how.
Reed actually here?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he is.
Okay.
He's still at 1 HP.
Mhm.
Yay.
All right. So this brings us to the last spoder brain, and it is going to fly in here, and because it's stacked up, it can't quite get to Comet. It's going to attack the Vic
But why?
at disadvantage 27.
You know, I think that just might barely hit.
And it's going to do 15 slashing and 6 psychic damage for a total of 21. That's unfortunate.
15 slashing and 6 psychic.
Mhm.
It's going to be. I'm going to uncanny dodge that.
Okay.
So halved. So, what is it? 7 slashing and 3 psychic?
That doesn't sound right.
I mean, it's still gonna be 10 if you do it that way.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. You do the math.
I did.
Okay. And since you're still up, it's going to slash again.
This time,
Disadvantage.
not at disadvantage.
Oh, not at
right?
disadvantage. Right. So that's a 21.
Yeah.
And that's 15 slashing, 4 psychic.
I think that's going to down me. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Vic is down.
Actually, hold on. Let me just see. What is this ability? It's finally relevant. There we go. Local rewind. Once per day, the event that the wearer's hit points are reduced to 0, the sigils on the cloak flare brightly, and the wearer is transported to an unoccupied space up to 30 feet away from their previous position and healed for 1 HP. I think this might be the first time this.
I think you're right. So roll a d4.
Okay. 1d4.
All right. And how many feet would you like to go? Actually, no. Roll a d30. As odd as that sounds.
Do you want it to just be like a D6 since it's otherwise hard to measure on the map?
Yeah, whatever.
D6. Yeah. So that's 3 times 5, so 15 feet.
All right, so you're gonna disappear in a flash of green light and reappear here at 1 hit point.
Yep. And then wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Ooh, 19.
Nice. So you're not confused,
But I'm still at 1 HP.
but you're still at 1 HP.
To be fair, I didn't have that many dice.
I'm sorry?
I said to be fair, I didn't have that many hit dice to spend.
Fair.
Because if I
Okay.
fail, I come confused, but I can spend some hit dice.
Right.
I only have 3.
All right. So that's going to be the end of the attack round for that thing. But it's still got a little bit of movement. It's going to float around to join its buddy in its previous comrade's spot. Now, we come to the Death Wisp below here. And because it has attacked by Lizeth, it is going to bamf 40 feet with Shadow Step and float the rest of the way and take a swipe at Lizeth. However, it's going to miss and fail spectacularly. Faye, it's your turn.
Okay, well, first I'm gonna crawl back up to my feet and
Okay.
stand up.
Attack your
And then
movement.
I'm gonna look over to Lysith and be like, hey, just in case, what happens if you're living and you die in here?
She says, well, a few things can happen. And that's all she has time to say.
Ah, okay. Then I just stab the thing in front of me with my short sword.
Okay. Living dangerously, I see.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna be good.
Ooh, okay, that's a miss.
No,
But I
it was
get
all a
another
ploy to make sure they see her as not the threat.
Right.
Exactly, I'm horrible.
All right. Also a
Uh,
miss.
No, okay. I think I'm just gonna cry. That's
She's just gonna cry.
make myself seem as
It's a free
pathetic
action.
as-
Reaction, yeah.
Free action cry.
Reaction
Roll for
cry.
count.
And I roll performance to see how dramatic it is. I feel
Sure.
like it's
Go
fake,
ahead.
It's dramatic.
Go ahead.
Roll for counseling.
Roll for counseling.
11.
Performance. It's okay. It's like it's not an ugly cry, but like you're hyperventilating just a little bit. You know, it's convincing. It's convincing.
Okay.
All right. So we're back to the Soul Eater in front. I'm sorry, the Death Wisp in front of Faye, and it's taken direct damage from Lizeth, which makes her the biggest threat in the room. It's going to float over and attempt to attack her. That hit, when it reaches out to strike her, a light flares and it is knocked back a step. And it takes some damage. And it hisses. And the other two look to it. And nothing else happens for that portion of the round. Next, the spider brain to the north of Iran of Comet is going to make some more attacks. 19 to hit.
That is my AC.
I'm gonna have Tiberius do his distracting flight.
Okay.
Zips over here somewhere.
Alright, so he does the distracting flight. The other roll is also a 19. It still hits.
Damn it.
That's 17. Huh?
Oh no, that's just how it be. That's how it be.
That's how it be.
That's how, yeah. It is how it be. Alright, so that's 17 halved to 8 and 10 psychic damage for a grand total of 18 damage on the first hit. Second hit is a 15 to hit, so that is a miss.
Nice.
Comet, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit at 3rd level as a bonus act.
Okay.
Where are you casting it?
Okay.
On myself, yeah.
Alright. Call an intangible spirit into a cubic 5 feet space that you can see. Until the spell ends, your creature can see moves into the spirit space for a time or turns. Starts here. Use the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action is required. Alright, so does that heal go off immediately or not?
Yeah. Well, so basically he puts it somewhere.
He puts it on himself. So
Yeah. You do need to move through the space. Then.
or start
Just
your
text.
turn there.
Yeah, but he didn't start his turn there.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean he did, but it didn't. So it's kind of a gray area.
I mean, I could just sidestep away and sidestep back in.
No, without opportunity attack.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's very true.
I'll say it's up to the DM.
If you want to action
Or-
attack the weak one, you might be able to.
There is no weak one anymore.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
both
right, that's the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're both. It's odd because like I forgot hexagons were weird, so I thought if I just sidestepped 5 feet away, I could just sidestep 5 feet back. Because since we're in hexagons, that's 10 feet away. It's like damn it.
Yeah. So, okay, here's what I'm going to
I
do.
make the-
You could always
make
cast it and disengage and move through it.
Well, okay,
disengage, just keep the spirit with me.
they're hovering 5 feet off the floor. All right, the brain spiders are. So what you can do is place it on the other side of them,
Oh yeah, sure.
and then
Just run under them.
yeah, like crouch run through them. It'll cost you 10 feet instead of 5 to move under them into the space
Sounds fair.
because they are flying, and I will grant that concession. So there you go. You get healed by 1d6 points.
Does one of you want to just put a little hexagon to represent where it is? Or, a square or whatever. To represent
I say
where it
I'm not even gonna try and draw a hexagon.
is.
but
I think
I'll,
you might just be able to put a square there. Yeah.
It's just a bunch of squiggly lines.
Yeah. All right. So that's an action, right?
No,
Yeah. No, it's a
No,
bonus
that's
action. Okay.
bonus, is it?
Yeah, it's bonus. So you got an attack action left. And some movement.
Yep, Prime Savagery, rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. All right.
Which one? Just arbitrarily.
Doom, doom,
Ugh.
doom, 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 doom.
Oof.
That's not gonna do it. So you go to swipe, and the one that you swipe at, I'm going to just say it's the southerly one, just kind of sidesteps, and you overbalance, and you fall down and go boom. You're prone.
Hmm.
You
Liza.
still have the movement to get back up.
Yeah.
Right,
just
yeah.
stand right back up.
Okay. That's fair. Alright. So you whiff. Man, that was embarrassing. I hope nobody saw me. Alright, so...
Everything's okay.
So Lizeth is going to reach out and pistol whip the creature in front of her. With a 29 to hit.
Wow.
Oops. Oh. No, our pistol whip die is... Yeah, okay. It's 5. So she's going to deal 13 damage to the creature. Why did her initiative change to 48? It's 13. Alright.
32 a second ago.
It was what?
It was 32 a second ago.
What the fuck is happening? Okay,
She's
you know what? Never
getting
mind.
faster.
Fuck, I guess.
Not actually the god of time. She's actually the god of time. Or she's not actually the god of death. She's the god of time.
No,
All
we
right.
already met him.
Yeah.
True.
The God of Time looks a lot like David Tennant.
What? How did I miss that?
That was early in the campaign.
It was before your time.
Aw.
17 hits. And deals 17 damage. So she pistol whips him on both sides of the head. 19, 17. Alright, and that creature is not next. So... Alright. Next up in the initiative order is this wisp right here. And it is going to Shadow Step 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And float into the room with Iran. It knows that it can't beat Lizeth. So it's going straight for its quarry. It's going to take a swing. 19. Iran.
Yeah, that hits my AC of 12.
And you can't deflect that in any way, shape, or form.
I can get a +5 to my AC, but
It's not enough. Yeah.
Are you absolutely certain? Why don't you try it?
sure. Sure, I'll cast shield. Why not?
Alright, as you cast shield, it flares to life. The claws glance off of the magical energy, which you feel resonate within your ethereal body, but it doesn't contact your physical self. Your protection spells are doubled in this state.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
But somebody really, really needs to deal with this thing.
Oh, I've got an idea.
These things.
Lizeth is going to turn around and take her shot as her legendary action is spent. Hitting, of course. The only reason I roll is to see if she crits.
Yeah.
Because her bonus hits their AC. Alright, she blows out the ectoplasmic shoulder. Oops. of the creature that is attacking you, and it spins and blinks out of existence for a second and comes back. Vic, you're up. You got 1 hit point. You hurt like hell. What are you gonna do?
First of all, as always, question my life choices.
Of course.
Just looking through. I am pretty sure I've already used my healing potions and stuff.
Yep.
So, I guess Comet hit one of these two? Or
No,
wait, did
he
you roll a...
fantastically missed.
Okay. Sorry. I guess I will just swing at this one. Let's do it.
Oh.
Tri-blade.
Ooh.
14.
No dice. Is not gonna do it.
Then I'll go with the Viper Knife.
That will hit. Unfortunately, it
I
doesn't
don't
cause the bleed. Yeah.
All right. Sneak attack.
Is that the first roll of a 20 on your bleed roll?
Yeah. on the D20. Yeah. Okay. Sneak attack.
I'll tell you what.
Yes.
Deal an extra damage die for that.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay. There you go.
'Cause
So
it
that is
cuts extra
30
good.
37 piercing damage.
37 piercing. Alright, so you sink the vibro knife into this thing's squishy underbody, and it doesn't like that much.
And so that was my action bonus action. And then since I, don't take attacks of opportunity because my swashbuckler thing, I'm just gonna move over towards Iran.
You fancy footwork. Alright.
And yeah, I guess Tiberius will stay where he is and dodge. Reed's just gonna disengage and move over here.
Alright.
Actually, yeah, it's gonna be farther. He has more speed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna.
Alright, well, you manage him out since he's not going to attack or anything. Iran, it's your turn.
Alright. Well, now that I figured out that some spells are empowered, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Alright.
And,
And that brings your AC to what, exactly?
well, if it's... Well, I assume that the 13 is doubled to 16.
Yes. Well,
So then it
Hang on.
becomes, 18.
Wait, double to 60 should be double to 26.
Yeah, much better.
I think it was
26 plus double my dexterity bonus.
yeah, double your dexterity. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so your AC is now what total?
18, I assume.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Yeah, if you're ruling it as 16 plus dex. Yeah.
Unless it's actually ridiculous, but...
I mean, I could
Do
make
you
it
want-
ridiculous, but I think it would cheapen it.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I mean, I'm sure you are, but what else?
16 plus dex.
Mhm. Well, I don't really have a good bonus action, so I guess I'll just,
Always bonus action cry.
dodge.
Dodge. You can't dodge as a bonus action.
Yep, take the dodge action.
Oh, okay.
Disadvantage on all attacks.
Well, hold on. Wait.
That's not a thing you can do.
That's not a thing you can
It
do.
is a thing you can do.
No, it's not, because Mage
Yeah, it
Armor
is.
is an action. You
Yeah.
can't take the dodge action.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, not as bonus action.
Yeah, nah.
I thought Mage Armor was a bonus action for some reason. Yep, and I don't have any bonus actions, so yeah, that's it.
Worse.
Just move over there.
All right. Next, the southerly spider brain. Going to attempt to swipe at Comet since the object that hit it ran away. 22 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I need a con save. Wait. No, I don't. I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked the wrong sheet. My bad. So let's redo the whole thing. 14's gonna miss. Oh, that's a crit.
I'm going to try and make it not a crit
All right.
with the Tiberius thingy.
Well timed, sir. So that reduces it to 15, which is a miss. Handy for Comet because that shit would have hurt.
Yeah.
That was 25 slashing and 18 psychic on that one.
That would have hurted.
Yeah. All right. Back to this one. It is going to melt into the ground. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And it's going to pop up right here. And wouldn't you know it, Vic is between it and its prey.
Oh,
That happens.
You got lucky.
no.
Yay.
At a nat 1, it's going to miss you entirely. It would have hit its buddy, but it's also incorporeal, so that didn't happen. Faye, your turn.
Okay, can I just take a second to kind of survey the battlefield and see, like, how good does the enemy look and how bad off do my allies look?
Alright, so it's really hard to judge because nothing on the field bleeds. But
Okay.
the spider brains are looking really robust. Your friends are looking really not robust. And the death wisps are kind of flashing in and out of existence. And at this point, has it come back around to her yet? Has Liza spent her legendary action this round?
No,
I feel like
not that I know.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't know when she's doing her legendary action, so.
Oh, I announce it.
she did once at the beginning of the fight. I don't know how.
Oh, she's done it twice, but you're at the top of the initiative order now, so the round
Yeah,
is
after-
reset. So,
Right focus.
yeah, okay, so she's going to level her revolver Nevermore at the one standing adjacent to Vic there on the southwest. And she's gonna take a shot at hits. And as the bullet whizzes, Vic, you hear the bullet buzz past your ear, and it enters the rib cage of this death wisp, and it evaporates.
Nice.
All right. Now, Faye, you see from your vantage point, Lizeth loose a shot, and you just barely make out that something happened to the one death wisp. You're not entirely sure if it's gone or but yeah, and though you saw Vic hit the southernmost spider brain, it's still floating healthily.
Okay.
What qualifies as healthy for a floating spider brain?
I mean,
Yeah.
still floating, still attacking, trying to consume
Fair.
your soul.
Okay. I got an idea. I'll just yell out to everybody. I got an idea. If it It may not be good. It may be really dumb. If it doesn't work out for me, then I want you to just bring my body back to the woods if you can do that. And then I'm gonna try to kill myself because I want to know what's gonna happen.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm gonna kill myself. I want to know what's gonna happen.
Did Lizeth ever? Question.
Interesting plan.
So-
you
Faye
didn't go down, remember?
Yeah, Faye did ask Lizeth what happens if you die in this form. Lizeth started to answer. She didn't finish.
All right. So, how are you going to off yourself? Because if depending on the way you do it, could mean that you have up to 3 rounds before something happens, or like just describe how you want to do it, and I'll rule on it.
I guess I'll do it the most lethal way I know how. I'm
Oh,
gonna
God.
stab myself through my eyeball into my brain.
Ugh. Faye, why?
All right. So, you guys, you hear, I've got an idea. This may not work, but bring my body back to the woods, and you all turn around and go, what? And you see her ram her short sword into her eye. And there's a moment there where you're just awestruck as her body crumples, but an after image is left behind. And her soul is still standing there with a sword through its face, and she slowly draws it out. And looks at the rest of you and smiles. Faye, your hit points are restored, your spell slots are restored.
Nice. What about I had a hit on my maximum HP? Does that still stay?
The hit still
That's pretty
stays, unfortunately.
Okay. I can't find my character sheet. Hold on. Okay.
That's basically the equivalent of just Faye looking like, I can't find my quiver. Oh wait, I'm a spirit.
Right?
Does that take up my whole turn or that one? I think whatever is fair. Whatever you say.
Okay, so I'm not sure how to handle this. I didn't see it coming. But I'm gonna say that counts as an attack on yourself, I guess. And you may make an attack.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack the brain spider that's just below Comet.
Alright. Roll your attack. $15 hits. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not the spider brains. No, that doesn't miss. Your arrow goes wide. You still have movement.
I think I'm gonna stay over here. I want to stay close to my body.
Alright. That's fair. So that brings us up to here. Now, I'm trying to remember the exact lineage of your race, Faye. What they were descended from.
I think
they were all
Weird.
very, very adventurous.
Look, I think centaurs are considered Fae.
That's what I thought. In which
Yeah.
case, Ferelia has a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the Death Wisp that was headed for Iran now turns to face you, Faye.
That's okay. I wanted that to happen.
I'm sure you did, and it's going to approach and attack. So lucky. That's a nat 1. Yeah. Alright. So we're just gonna leave it at that. This is... Fuck, this got weird. God, this got so weird so fast.
Like, Centaurs. Did
Jesus.
you just summon more? What?
Oh, God.
I feel like we've finally returned to that, doing the totally unexpected style of play that we had, when Embrick and his hordling jumped into the fountain.
Right. So, oh, God. I just need a second.
That's okay. Take a second.
Because technically speaking, because you're down and you're a fae, technically speaking, you should be attracting at least 3 more death wisps.
Oh shit.
But I have to figure out exactly how many rounds it's going to take them to get there and whether or not you're going to get revived before that happens. And fuck.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That is all right. I mean,
Think about it this way. Maybe it's a slow day. Maybe they send 3 guys for every 2 fae that died.
Christ on the cross. Okay. Ugh. All right, we're gonna move on from that now, and I'll just figure it out later. All right, so the Soul Eater, and I'm gonna quit calling it Spider Brain because it's exhausting. Soul Eater's gonna attack you. Comet. 17. Your AC's 19, correct?
Yeah, that's a swing and a miss, Captain.
All right, 21's gonna hit though.
Yep.
All right. Interesting.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Wait, what? Oh,
That 20 is con save.
okay.
That's for my concentration because he hit me.
Right. So it's just all right. All right, it's not gonna happen this round. That's fine. Comet, your turn.
Wait, how much damage did I take?
I'm sorry. I'm still
No, it's okay. It's fine.
5 slashing, 5 psychic. I already have the physical damage for you. All right. So now it's your turn. You heal 8. Why are you doing 2? Did you upcast? Because the spell says 1.
Yeah, you upcast it.
I cast it at 3rd
All right.
because that was the other spell set I had for it.
Okay. All right. So you've healed. Now you've got things to do.
Look at my bonus action and action.
Yep.
So I'm like thinking, concern for Vic or concern for Aurelia?
Well, you got 6 seconds to decide.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip a coin, and by flip a coin I mean roll a 1d2.
All right. All right. What's that mean?
Concern for 1 HP. Vic.
All right. Concern for 1 HP Vic, he says.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
It means I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Vic.
All right.
Mostly. Yeah.
Alright, Vic, you're healed for 8 hit points.
Yay.
I'll let you do it. Alright, so that means you've got an action yet there, Comet.
I'm going to do what every great druid does when they're in this moment.
Drink beer?
Wild shape.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm gonna wild shape into a crag cat.
Ooh.
Alright.
Ooh,
Did we ever get the
nice.
thing for that? Is that a thing that I put in the journal? Don't know.
I don't know.
Hang on.
We didn't get the and like the actual sheet out, but
Alright,
I have
hold up.
a standby.
Yeah, because it's not in the SRD.
No, but okay. So it's not in what I have in the compendium either.
Yeah.
So, alright. So alright, Comet's just a cat. Comet's catty.
I'm a magical crag cat
Okay.
that deflects magic. Not really gonna help me here, but
Meow. Meow. Alright. Lysith is up next. Hold on. No, I don't think too much about it, Kyle. Alright. D20 plus 15. Damn it.
Nope. S20.
Alright, so that is going to hit. She's aiming at the one there in front of Faye. Roll 4d6 plus 10. Alright, that bullet impacts for 23 damage. This thing's having some trouble holding itself together, and she's going to swivel and point to the one at Ron's side. 18 hits. And she deals 28 damage to that one. That one it explodes into a cloud of rapidly evaporating ectoplasm and is dead. Vikral, your turn. You're suddenly not surrounded by enemies.
Nice. Oh, well, might be a bit late now, but Comet, did you take an action?
Okay, so that's what I was not thinking too hard about.
my action was a wild shape because I'm not a moon druid, so I can't do it as a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot you.
Yeah.
Wild shape.
Yeah, so I became a crag cat. Now, one of my abilities increases the HP of creatures that I create by 2 per their hit dice from my wild shape.
Yeah.
Or
Wait,
is it-
what?
I don't. Yeah. It
That doesn't apply to
applies
you.
like creatures you. Yeah, it applies to creatures you summon. I don't think
Yeah.
it applies to your wild shape.
Yeah, I was just making sure. So I have
Yeah.
like 34 temporary hit points. That's great. Anyways, yeah. Large
Okay.
snow lion thing.
I will thank Comet and thank Lyseth, and then I'm gonna try and stab this one.
Alright.
Where is it? Try blade. Ooh, 29.
Nice, that'll hit.
Okay, no bleed. All right. Ooh,
Alright,
that is
so
36
36.
piercing damage.
Alright. Alright. Still up. Looking a little wobbly. Not too bad.
Okay. Then-
Oh, I know what that arrow means.
If only it was at advantage, but 22.
Alright, that will hit. Same
Okay, and yeah.
one. Okay.
And I'm going to use temporal distortion.
Alright.
So instead of
Ouch!
so it's aged 10 years if it can be aged, and it takes 43 psychic damage.
It really doesn't matter how much it ages because the brain sitting on top of the spider begins to vibrate rapidly and then it explodes and you're covered in purple evaporating brain gore and it smells wretched.
Nice. I fist pump. And,
And then throw up in your mouth.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna just move back.
Okay.
Stay in front of Iran. My sword's held up.
Alright.
And then, yeah, Tiberius is just gonna dodge again.
All right. So that's a thing that's happening. Iran.
Oh, and yeah, I was gonna say.
I just realized it was still there. Sorry. All right. Dex save. All right. So
DC
this
19,
thing.
I'm not sure why it says 30.
19. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just
There you go.
see. Yeah, even with its resistance, it's not gonna survive. That one just evaporates in a ball of friggin' fire and ash. Wow. That thing is stupid dex. So it passes its check.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright. Then we're back to Faye.
Okay, I'm going to cast a spell because I have my spell slots back. I'm going
Okay.
to become a mighty tree.
Okay.
Guardian of Nature, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I get my 10 hit points, and then I get advantage on my dexterity attacks and constitution rolls.
You sure do.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, it moved away from me. Okay, then I'm gonna try to shoot the Soul Eater over by Comet.
Alright.
It didn't move away. It got burnt up. You know?
Yeah, it's just gone.
I was trying to read back through the spell so I wouldn't look dumb when it was my turn, and I didn't know what it did. 19.
That'll hit.
Okay, so it took damage before, right? That's
Yes,
the
it
one
did.
that
So what's your damage die on the bow?
on the bow?
Mm-hmm. Is it D8? Just one? Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 1d8.
Okay, so you actually, while you're a spirit, do 2d8. Your ranged weapon damage is doubled. But not your
Oh.
bonuses, just the damage die.
Okay, cool.
Another D8.
Another d8. So you're at 13. Now you're at 19, so you deal 19 damage to that particular Soul Eater.
Nice. That's the first attack.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Mhm.
Yay. Do it. Ooh,
At
beautiful.
28.
Alright, let's see that damage. No time for a different combat zone.
Plus another D8. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so 12.
Alright, 12 total. Minus 12. Alright, something that you didn't see happening. The Soul Eater, as one might expect, consumes souls. Guess who's a soul that was freshly created?
Hit you.
What?
Comet, you get an opportunity attack as the Soul Eater begins to move menacingly towards Faye. That'll hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, you deal 4 damage. I feel like that's not right. Don't you have a melee weapon?
He's wild shaped.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Giant cat that basically like tried to bite at
Okay.
it.
Oh.
Its tentacles.
Alright.
I don't know if it would help. The area in front of me is also cool terrain.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a floating
flying.
spider thing. I don't
It's
think
flying.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't matter. Alright. So I need a Constitution save from you, Faye.
A 16.
Okay. Alright. So it fails to consume you, but it
Oh,
is
good.
going to attack you.
They can do things. Souls.
Digest them primarily. Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Does 25.
25, yes.
Alright, you're gonna take 10 slashing,
I-
10 psychic.
Tiberius is going to impose disadvantage. on that
She's
attack.
still gonna take 10 slashing and 10
Okay.
psychic. Because the
That's
bottom
fair.
roll was 24.
Damn you.
Alright. So that's gonna do for that particular Soul Eater.
Wait, what was the damage?
20 total.
Okay.
Catty Comet. Your turn. 11 will miss. Oh wait, you're healing. Never mind.
No, that's the HP regain.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not an attack.
I realize that now. My bad.
Well, since I'm a crag cat, it's time to pounce.
Do it.
So I'm gonna move 20 feet forward with my speed
Mm-hmm.
and try and pounce on this thing.
Alright. Let's see the attack roll. Zip. Do, 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 do. Unfortunately, 14 is not going to do it. You attempt to pounce, you miss.
While I'm still here, moving my spirit, my healing spirit is just a bonus action. Or is it just a free action? I don't know. So I'm just gonna move it right back onto me.
Okay.
Comment, please. Aren't you at full
Oh.
health in Crackcat form?
I am. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll move.
You move what? You know what?
I'm
Draw
just
your
gonna
own
move-
square.
Oh, okay, I was just gonna move it to Vic.
Okay.
Liza's
Okay.
initiative turned into 45 again.
Yeah, whatever. So it doesn't really matter because at this point,
Yeah.
she holsters Nevermore and crosses her arms. She says, "My part in this is done. These creatures are supposed to be here. It's up to you to fight them off."
Aww.
Vic, your turn.
All right. Where's the healing? Comment.
I think he moved it on top of you.
Oh, is it on top of me?
Yeah, so you heal 2d6.
Okay, I'll just roll that.
And if it's
Okay.
not, then that's what I'm ruling.
Sure.
That it happened. So, yeah. Alright, you heal 6 hit points.
And then, I guess I'm going to have to just like dash to get up to this thing, and I'll try and smack it real good.
You dash as a bonus action?
Is that right?
Alright.
Yeah.
Making sure.
And then, and then since I can only make one attack this turn anyway, I'll cast Blade.
Alright.
Okay. So this is actually that 30.
That'll hit.
Okay, and sneak attack and boom blade. All right. first, and then I'll click this, and I assume it'll probably die, but we'll see. So that's
Sure.
41 plus, 41 piercing, 9 thunder damage, so 50 total damage, if it's not resistant to any of it, of course.
Yeah, it's not resistant to any of it, but it's a bold assumption to assume that it dies.
That's also fair. I don't know how much damage this one has taken.
So it's wobbly, but it's still there. Still up.
How dare it?
How dare you, you presumptuous motherfucker, you.
I mean, 50 damage in one hit. I assume.
I mean,
and then I'll move away because of fancy footwork. Although it doesn't really matter because it doesn't need to move to hit anyone.
that's true. Aran, your turn.
There. Okay. I'm gonna stick to Firebolt. Actually, no. Bigby's hand.
All right.
Arcane hand, as the thing says. And
I got a
I'm
thing
gonna
for
punch down directly on top of it. Try and squash it to the floor with a punch.
that. All right, hang on. Wait for it to appear. Bigby's hand. All right. And it's forceful hand. No,
Forceful hand, yeah.
no, it's clenched fist.
Yes, that one.
All right. So make a melee spell attack.
Yep.
All right.
27, 23.
27, 23. All right, so that'll do it. So this Bigby's hand appears and drives the spider brain into the floor, splattering purple ectoplasm everywhere that begins to immediately evaporate. And
That's
it is
how you squash a
dead.
bug.
Initiative is clear. And Liza looks at all of you and nods. Very good. Now, we should probably be on.
Yes, probably. And I just look at look at Ron and say,
Is someone gonna bring Faye's body?
Subtitles.
What?
Subtitles.
I'm still a cat.
this is true.
God.
Only slightly more animalistic than Comet usually is.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I'm a giant white, and that reverts back magical attack. Pretty out there.
Yeah. Alright, so, Lizeth moves to Iran's body that's still here in this realm and gathers it up. And she indicates to Faye's body that someone should probably gather that as well.
I'll gather it.
You got,
Alright.
you got it.
Well,
Vic.
actually, I will not gather it. I'm way too small for that.
I thought it was a joke because I probably weigh like 5 of you at least.
Well, here's the
I'll
thing. Somebody's got to carry it out that's still corporeal.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just kind of drag.
Yeah. Comments
drag.
probably don't capable.
So it's like a
Figure it out.
leopard dragging a kill into a tree then at this point because he's a cat? God,
Yeah.
that
Dragging
is
the deer body.
fucked.
Faye's a
little
little
bit.
like
I'll
disturbed
carry
by
the big
this.
hand for a minute, but
Oh, I mean, that's
Yeah,
true,
For it.
but as soon as you revert back, you know what? I'll just let you figure it out. So, alright. You have this figured out in this really macabre sort of way, and the black smoke begins to emanate once more from Lizeth, and Reed comes running in from the other room. and the smoke envelops you, and you feel yourself. It's like somebody's got a fishing hook in your navel,
Oh my god.
and you are being ripped out forcefully of this realm, and you are slammed back into what for you guys is normal reality now. Everything is back bright again. The shadows do not loom quite so far in. The smell is not of decay, but of active death from what you've caused in this dungeon. And you are back in the astral sea. And Lyseth places the ethereal body of Iran on the ground next to the ethereal body of Ferilia. Her actual soul is nowhere to be seen. But Faye, Iran, you two are actively observing, but you are invisible to the eye. Even true sight at this point. Lyseth looks at you, comment. Excuse me. Lyseth looks at you, comment, and says, would you be so kind as to retrieve Iran's physical body from the ship?
Bronze what?
Physical
body from the ship.
body.
Alright.
I'm just floating back and forth through Vic, meanwhile.
I just feel this weird sensation. Like, what is going on?
You
Did I
feel
just move over here?
You feel kind of dirty, but you also kind of like it. It's weird. No, I'm kidding.
And somehow
I'm
I
completely
know
kidding.
it. Yeah, somehow I know it's Iran. Like, Ron, I know it's you. Stop it. Just like holding my knife out.
Alright.
What can I do? Stab me a third time?
I think Faye is gonna go kind of just admire her own body and how pretty it looks, and she's like, "Huh, I never really get to see it from the outside."
There's something called a mirror, but okay.
They don't have those
Yeah,
in the
Craig,
woods.
comment will just
Alright, so the bodies are placed together, and Lyseth looks at Faye and Iran, and she says, please, stand next to your respective bodies, and don't get them mixed up. It will be bad. As a matter of fact,
Sorely tempted,
if
but-
you would just lie down in your body, that would be great. Now, Vic, comment to you guys, it looks like she's just talking to the air. And she looks around at everybody else and says, I would recommend to step back.
Oron looks down at his body's shoes and just kind of gets depressed and floats down.
subtitles. Shouldn't we get the sword out of Ferlia's eye?
Well, yeah, I assume we do that.
Wait,
What
what?
happened?
What happened to
stabbed-
my eye?
You stabbed it, remember? You killed
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
I
But I-
Maybe you shouldn't have cut out the memory.
Right?
Oh, that's true. Oh my gosh, is this like a Phineas Gage thing where I have a totally
Yeah.
different personality now?
Alright. So you guys clear your way away from the sight of what she is about to do. And she begins to walk slow circles around the bodies. And with every step, she leaves an after image of herself. And once the circle is complete, all of the images hold their hands out above the bodies of Ferelia and Oran, and dark energy flows. Oran, Ferelia, you feel your souls being stitched piece by piece back into your bodies. And son of a bitch, does it hurt. You still have all of your physical wounds. You feel the power that was granted to you in the realm of the dead being drained away. And at the same time, 8 voices, all of Lyseth, echo through your minds. It says, I know this is painful, but the soul must be restored first, then the body. And as you're placed completely back into your physical forms, cell by cell, molecule by molecule, she begins to knit your bodies back together with the fingers of dark energy that emanate out from her. You guys are watching from behind, and this, it's like, have you seen those, just as a real world comparison here, you seen those videos where you see a glass full of water shatter and it goes everywhere and then somebody reverses the footage?
Yes.
That's kind of like what it's watching. That's kind of what it's like from watching this from the outside. You're seeing organs slot back into place and bones click back in and mend, and then slowly the flesh is knitting back over in Oran's case. And then it's all very odd. The whole thing is just odd. And for Oran and Ferelia, it hurts like a son of a bitch. But then, all at once, after a half an hour of this excruciating pain, you are once again whole, and you both open your eyes, and you're conscious, and nothing hurts. You're back to full health, though no spell slots. And the after images of Lyseth begin to fade away. And you are left with the original emissary of the Raven Queen and your 2 friends restored to being.
Well, this is great. Comet says finally not in Cragcat form anymore.
Guys, my plan worked. It wasn't a stupid idea after all.
It's not exactly how I saw it being implemented, I'm not gonna lie. That was interesting. So, yeah. You're also not large anymore. Your Viagra wore off.
Yeah, I can resize myself, so.
Right. Alright. So Lyseth looks at the rest of you and says, now I think it may be time to depart.
We still have to find the Griblins.
Yeah. You remember the knights?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got the Griblins.
Wait, what? How?
Are they dead?
She takes Nevermore and just kind of taps the side of her helmet. Demigod. And fucking turns on her heel and walks like a badass out the room. She sent her minions to get Captain Cephalian.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to confirm that,
Oh, yeah.
that her minions got them and that they weren't just dead.
Yeah, no.
They weren't
No, remember that line that I said, unspoken command?
Yeah, that's true.
That was the unspoken command. So let me paint
Hey,
you a
Mr.
word picture here. So if you were to pass through with an arcane eye 2 levels below, you would see the shattered and broken bodies of several Gith. And the entirety of the crew of the Aeon Eagle being escorted back to their ship by 7-foot tall black iron armored knights who, instead of just glowing coal eyes, the joints in their armor in the physical realm actually leak fire and they emanate heat. So the Gremlins are having to stay a fair bit away from them, which is fine because they're being pushed back to their ship. But they have wiped out the entire level of Gith.
Nice.
So, you guys make your way back onto the ship, and there's a moment of surprise when Lyseth encounters the Mimic and the elderly Umber Hulk that are in your hold. And you have to quickly explain what's going on, but for the most part, everything has calmed down. You make contact with Captain Crystal. She closes and retracts the boarding ram, and you separate yourselves from Seditious Pride Station. As you do, you pull away and you look across because you remember hearing a familiar dwarven lilt across the air a while back that said, "Again, lad, shoot it again."
Yep.
Well, you see this very odd brass and wood walking contraption wading through the liquid of the astral sea, and on it is a massive cannon. And behind that massive cannon is Grumble. And the crew from the dock has just finished rolling in another shell into this cannon. And Grumble lights the fuse, and you hear the roar of the gun go off as this massive projectile slams into where you would approximate the engine room on this station to be, and just tears a massive hole in the outer armor. And you look down, and you can't hear him laughing, but it's pretty clear that he's laughing as he's dancing around. He's having a grand old time. You see the black ships of the Githyanki pirate navy beginning to fall out of the air as the rear admiral begins to finish the mop up. And Lyseth holds out a finger in a shooting motion, lines up with one ship, and you see her raise her thumb, and she goes, boom. And as she does, a black arc of death energy escapes from her fingers and rips through the stern of the vessel, catching it alight, and you can see from your vantage point figures falling off of the deck and unraveling as they go, being literally unmade by the magic of the Raven Queen. She holds out her finger again. Boom. Another ship. More dead bodies.
Man,
Eventually,
this is like one of those Gundam animes.
I'm glad she's on our side.
Eventually, she turns back to you. And she kind of smiles, sticks her customary cigar in the corner of her mouth, clamped in her teeth, and she says, "Now, let's go to hell." And that's where we're going to end tonight. A little bit early. But everyone is alive again. And that went a lot weirder than I thought it was going to go. I'm just straight up, that was fucking strange.
Well, it went weirder than I thought it was gonna go. Brain spiders that eat people's souls.
Well, I mean, that was always part of the plan. I didn't see you fucking sorting yourself in the eye.
What did you think I was gonna do?
I didn't know. I was hoping, like one of you would go down naturally and like, oh, by the way, you're not actually dead. You're completely restored because this is the land of the fucking legendary dead and y'all are legendary at this point. But no, you had to stab yourself in the eye.
I mean, it was a smart deduction, given Iran, but still.
Right. And I give you that. But anyway, all right. Guys, thank you for coming out and watching the show. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for watching. Yeah, call that lobotomized Faye was way... Yeah, that was way out there, Wolf. But anyway, if you haven't followed yet, please hit that follow button up there at the top. And, you will get notifications every time I go live. We stream Plane Slip every Wednesday at 11 p.m. It is available on YouTube after I get it converted and uploaded. It is also available on Stitcher and SoundCloud, and almost every place that is in that link block down there below. That also includes our Twitter and Facebook pages, which I just remember existed today, actually, the Facebook page. So, if you missed any of the shows or you want to catch up, all of the audio episodes that have been edited for the early campaign are on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play Music, iTunes, and all of the Season 2 campaigns are also in all of those places and on YouTube, so you can actually watch the live streams as they were. Ptolemy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And in the meantime, which I didn't mention this is my bad. There's also a merch giveaway up there at the top. The goal was $50. We didn't get that tonight. However, it'll be up next time. So there's also a selection of Plane Slip and Big Dread Gaming shirts available at the merch link. If somebody will throw that into the chat there, ! merch. Oh, it is? Oh, sure enough.
Yeah, well, it's in the big block, but yeah, there you go.
All right, and also Stompy there has our Discord link. We'd love to have you in the Discord, talk about anything and everything. But in the meantime, you guys keep playing what you love. We'll see you next Wednesday. I'll be streaming throughout the week because I'm not leaving the house if I don't have to. So, we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Hey, you made it this time. I'm so proud.
We made it.
You
Yes.
made it. Bye, everybody. We love you.